Gloves on. Way up, is that really icy? Well, I'm going to brave it out. Not going to bother with waterproofs just yet.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. You're probably wondering where I'm going. I know I certainly am. Well, as you know, if you've been following the channel, I've just come back from Scotland, and no sooner had I got back, I got an invite to go on a bike trip. Guess where? Scotland. Well, I was going to turn it down, I'll be honest, but it's a different part of Scotland, so I thought, what the hell, let's go. So where I'm going then is Portsoy, which is just along the coast from Aberdeen, going camping with a few other bikers, but on this trip I decided to go the scenic route and go and see a few things that I've not seen before. The Horse's Heads, better known as the Kelpies, and of course the Falkirk Wheel, we've all read about and seen on TV. Also on this trip I'm going to see if I can get close to the Forth Bridge, something I've passed a few times and I love the bridge. It's a piece of history. I want to get there and take some pictures. So let's see what happens.
Big wagon, I'll wait here I think. Don't argue with him. It's a narrow bridge, isn't it? Should be being a big truck like him.
For this trip I am travelling alone, or at least I am at the beginning. Today is Thursday and I won't get to the campsite with the rest of biker chaps until Saturday. So tomorrow I'll be setting off from the Falkirk Wheel campsite, which is where I'm staying tonight. So a bit lonely for a day or two. I really need my eyes testing. I'm not going to lie, this sign that's coming up, I actually thought it was a sheep.
Speed check area. Seems to have had a lot of that ever since I set off. They've got potholes here, but at least they've put a yellow line round them so you can see them. That's very nice, isn't it?
I know you're not going to believe this, but this camper van is being pulled along by the world's strongest man. He's stronger than he looks. Good luck to him. I decided to stop at the Heartside Pass Cafe, and as you can see, it's shut. Thankfully, the little toilet was open.
So anyway, weather's still good, let's get going. And we're off again.
Who wouldn't want to live in a house like that? No noisy neighbours and a massive back garden.
Well, my petrol light, come on. We're a quarter of a mile back. And then this petrol station just appeared out of nowhere. How handy is that? So, all filled up now. Should get into campsite.
look at them petrol prices. Just how much it's gone up in a short time is ridiculous. And with a full tank of fuel, it's time to cross the border. So there's the guys that fill the potholes. Well, I have to say, if you don't want to go up the A74 motorway, this is a good alternative, the B7076. It's superb. That is until you come round the bend to this confusion. What the hell? Well, I think this is the campsite.
Yeah. Just in a tent, yeah. Yeah. Right, okay. No problem. That's the toilets. UFO landing site on the front. Really?
I totally forgot about this UFO landing site, and I really wish now that I'd investigated that. I'm fascinated now.
Well, overstay on that bit. Well, they look like the toilets, or showers or something.
So that UFO landing site. Now, I don't know about UFOs landing. That is because there's 300 sightings each year in that area. By sheer coincidence, it's also an area that people take drugs.
A roller, that's the one, isn't it?
Now, it's at this point I started to realise that the official Falkirk Wheel campsite, this is not. It would seem someone's just called the campsite The Wheel, because this doesn't look very official, prim and proper to me. Just to give you an idea of the size of this tent.
It's not as big as I thought it were.
Before the trip, I did a COVID test as I wasn't feeling too well. I didn't know it yet, but I really did have it, as I found out when I got home and retested. For this trip, I just felt rough and presumed it was something else. As I edit this now, I can hear it in my own voice.
Well, I'm finally in the new tent. I'm not going to lie, I had an absolute nightmare putting it up. These straps you see up here, and there's some straps on the floor. These, well, them were over the top of that, and this was penned in. So you can imagine when I put the poles in and tried to lift the tent up, it weren't having it. But from the outside, I couldn't work out what was going on. A small tent, a tiny tent, took me over an hour to put it up. I'm sure the people who were watching me over there in the caravans was having a right laugh at my expense. Anyway, the next time I put it up, there'll be nothing tangled because I ain't taking that back down. It's going down as it went up, as it's been put up. Other things to report about this campsite. It's the Wheel campsite in Falkirk. I do intend to go to the Wheel. It's one of the reasons why I'm close by. Now, I also wanted to see the Kelpies, you know, the big horse heads that light up. And I was told by the wife, who's been here only last week, that it's a 5-minute walk down the canal from the campsite. Well, as I was paying, he informed me it's at least 4 miles away.
Turns out they're both wrong. I checked on Google, it's 0.9 miles and 18-minute walk.
I'll wait till it goes dark and I'll just ride up on the bike, get some pictures, and then come back to the tent. The campsite's not too bad. I seem to be attracting everybody's kid on the site because, well, you would think they've never seen a motorbike ever. And before I could get my tent up, I had a crowd of kids here all wanting to sit on the bike, which it's just supported on grass. I didn't really want them sitting on it because it'll probably fall over, if I'm honest. I don't want responsible for squash kids. Yeah, it's dry. So now, you're probably going to be surprised with all the people I've got in the same field as me. Yep. I don't know if this is a COVID thing, or this is taking social distancing to the extreme. I thought I got a fire pit that I could make use of, but then, yeah, it looks like it needs emptying. So, don't think I'll be using that. I can sit on that, which is nice, but I'd rather sit on that. Yeah, Billy bike. The tent, by the way, is first time I put it up. As I said, it's a new tent. The other thing I should say, never buy off the internet. Go and see them in person, because it's about half the size I thought it was going to be. I bought it because I wanted a tent that when it rains I can sit in. Me and my mate, 2 chairs, a table, and our beers on the table. There's one thing for sure, I won't be sitting on a chair inside there, not without putting my head through the top of it. I just had another thought. I bought a bottle of brandy and some coke and put them in the panniers. The idea was, once the tent was set up, I was going to have a few brandies. But now I'm waiting for it to go dark, which could be another few hours. So I can get on the bike, ride 4 miles to the Kelpies and 4 miles back. So that's put paid to the cheeky drink I will have.
Well, I've had a change of plans. Due to the fact that the kids on this site won't leave my tent and my gear alone, rooting through my bags when I'm not there, I ain't leaving my tent alone while I go to the Kelpies, so I'll just have to do it tomorrow instead.
Well, it absolutely chucked it down last night, all night. It's still spitting a bit now. And I shared my tent with this little fella. I'm going to have to cook in here this morning, since it's raining. Make a bit of breakfast before I get packed up and on the road again. Apologies for the rough look. I'm not feeling so great still. Anyway, last night's plan was to wait while it goes dark and go and see the Kelpies.
While I was here last night, I went to the toilet, and when I come back, there were a load of kids in my tent and climbing all over my motorbike. After that, I didn't really feel it was safe to get on the bike and go off for a couple of hours, leaving my tent and all my equipment in it. It's not a really good thing to say about a site because I've been camping 30-40 years, and this is the first time I've never felt it was safe to leave my gear on it. Anyway, you live and learn. Probably not stay here again. Yeah, look at that. Misty. There's my bike, all soggy, a wet start.
So here it is, the famous Falkirk Wheel.
Don't forget to subscribe and help the channel grow, and click the bell icon and you won't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.